The history of money is the history of scarcity. For thousands of years, the ultimate standard of wealth, the asset that protected people from the whims of kings and the erosion of currency, was gold. It is beautiful, durable, and universally recognized. In the digital age, a new contender has emerged, often called digital gold. But this label is misleading. Bitcoin is not merely a digital analog to gold, it is a superior monetary technology that takes every strength of physical gold and dramatically upgrades it for the 21st century. We need to break down the comparison into five core monetary properties: scarcity, portability, divisibility, verifiability, and security or custody. First, the superiority of scarcity, the hard cap. The fundamental difference between gold and Bitcoin is the certainty of supply. Gold is scarce, yes, because it's hard to find and mine, but its supply is ultimately unknowable. New technological breakthroughs like deep sea mining or highly efficient geological surveys could theoretically increase the rate of supply and dilute the value of everyone's existing gold. Even more importantly, economic factors influence gold production. A higher gold price incentivizes miners to put more effort and capital into extraction, effectively increasing the supply when demand is high. Bitcoin scarcity is absolute. It is mathematically programmed and permanently fixed at 21 million coins. This number is not subject to geological discovery, technological innovation, or central bank policy. It is a constant embedded in the code that governs the network. Furthermore, the rate at which new Bitcoin is created is also absolutely predictable and constantly decreasing. Every 4 years, the reward given to miners for creating a new block is cut in half, an event known as the halving. This predictable, decreasing inflation schedule makes Bitcoin the only asset whose future supply is known with 100% certainty until the year 2140. This is what we call absolute scarcity, a concept gold simply cannot match. You are not trusting a geological survey, you are trusting mathematics. Number 2, the revolution of portability. Wealth without weight. Try moving a serious amount of wealth, say $5 million worth of gold, across a national border. You are instantly confronted with the security issues, insurance costs, customs declarations, and capital control laws. You cannot simply walk across the border without drawing significant, potentially dangerous attention. Physical transportation of gold is slow, risky, and expensive. Bitcoin eliminates these liabilities entirely. Your wealth exists as information, the knowledge of your private keys. You can store billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin in a secure hardware device the size of a USB stick, or even merely by memorizing a 12 or 24 word seed phrase. This allows for instant, permissionless global transfer. You can move your entire life savings from London to Tokyo in minutes, 24/7, 365 days a year, with transaction fees that are negligible relative to the value being moved. This level of sovereign portability is unprecedented and revolutionary, transforming wealth from a physical burden into a digital, fluid asset. Number 3, the utility of divisibility. Gold is notoriously difficult to divide for practical transactions. You cannot easily pay for a cup of coffee or a week's groceries with a fraction of a gold bar. It is a problematic medium of exchange, confined largely to large-scale reserves or high-value physical trade. Bitcoin is natively and perfectly divisible. One Bitcoin is divisible into 100 million smaller units called Satoshis. This makes Bitcoin a dual-purpose asset. It is a perfect store of value for large institutional reserves, but it is also perfectly usable for any transaction size, down to fractions of a penny. As the price of one Bitcoin rises, its divisibility ensures that it remains a practical medium of exchange. Gold will always be confined to being a heavy store of value. Bitcoin can be both the ultimate store of value and the ultimate medium of exchange. This scalability in transaction size is a massive practical advantage. Number 4, the power of trustless verifiability. When you purchase a gold bar, how do you verify its purity? You need to rely on the reputation of the mint, expensive assaying equipment, and a long chain of trusted third parties. vault custodians, refiners, and government auditors. The entire system is built on trust. Bitcoin, however, is built on trustless verification. Any person in the world can download and run a full Bitcoin node on a basic computer. This node independently verifies the entire history of the Bitcoin network, checking every single transaction against the network's rules, ensuring that the 21 million supply cap has never been and cannot be violated. You don't need a certificate of authenticity, you verify the chain yourself. This profound ability to verify the truth of your money without relying on a third party is the core philosophical leap that Bitcoin makes over gold. Number 5. Security and custody. From physical liability to digital sovereignty. The security of physical gold is a perpetual liability. Storing a meaningful amount requires high security vaults, constant surveillance, insurance, and the inherent risk of physical theft. You are constantly paying a premium in time, money, and worry to secure your asset. Bitcoin allows for digital self-custody. By using a hardware wallet, you secure your private keys offline. Your wealth is protected not by steel and guards, but by military-grade cryptography. You become your own bank, and your assets are immune to physical theft, bank bail-ins, or government confiscation, provided you protect your seed phrase. This gives the holder absolute financial sovereignty. You are eliminating the risks associated with centralized third-party custodians, which is a protection gold simply cannot offer in the modern financial world. In summary, gold was the best store of value in the analog world. Bitcoin is the optimized digital evolution. It has superior, provable scarcity, instant global portability, perfect divisibility, trustless verifiability, and ultimate self-custody security. Bitcoin takes the concept of sound money and perfects it for the digital age, establishing itself not just as digital gold, but as the most robust form of money ever created. Of course, none of what I said in this video is financial advice, and it's all for educational purposes. If you enjoyed this video and you want more no BS videos about Bitcoin, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.